iDiskiTimes, now available in stores around the country for only R3.50.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Hilal 0. South Africa versus Sudan. We're going to see this again, the repetition of it at least in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Or am I mistaken? Maybe I think we'll still play Ghana and Sudan at some point with the remaining 2 matches. But anyways, that's not the point. We flighted the game live on our Facebook page. It was all over YouTube. It was not on South African TV. So, of course, you bear with us. If you didn't watch the game, resist the temptation to talk about something that you didn't see. We'll only try and analyze something because we watched it for 90 minutes. Tso Vilakazi, Orlando Pirates' highest ever goal scorer, played in the CAF Champions League plenty of times. So today, what did you see? What were your thoughts? Were you happy? Were you sad? What is your feedback?
Kokuqala ngizobulisa kwenkululeko ngibulisela ku Junior Khanye, Joseph Tukutuku Makhanya, Justice Notariki. Nani bafika lapha ekhaya siyabonga lokho nisupporta njalo. So ibeka njobe injalo vela sijike ke thina. Kuleko yes mawuzwa ukuthi those are champions against champions. You always have lento leyo ukuthi esan. Maybe it's going to be tight because they're champions. But looking at the game kuleko. You know, Sundowns befana ngabe bashayile kakhulu man. Mina bengitshela nje amajida ngithi mina kick him. But here in football, when the man is down, you kick him. Because as soon as Makasuma Lapayana, then that's another issue. But good game for Sundowns, even though I was disturbed in the Bayama changes, a technical team is Sundowns, but at the end it worked because Onyango Rasmus Okorile is 2-0. You know, I expected much, but the quality of Sundowns, it was too much for that team, and yeah, they deserve a win.
Al Hilal, I mean, surprisingly, we were building them up because they are Sudanese champions and they've been in these phases of the CAF Champions League. It's not like they are new in these phases, but I think for me, my biggest issue, and I'm sure with you as well as a coach, the idea of not being able to pass and trap the ball and attack the space and have a better perception of time and space, you know, there must be something about you that is a positive or a strength. Some teams have a strength in the air. Some teams have a strength in pace and speed in terms of how they approach the game. Some teams have strength in stamina that you will never go past them the whole 90 minutes. That's Sudan, I'm Arab. Indono ithetha ngawo ama-Arab la asinike yona namhlanje.
Nguleko labantu basinikanga next because kunezinye izinto ozibhekayo njengoba ngihlele nami la ngaphandle ngibukele bona. Kuleko if you can't trap, I mean we can't falter the coach. And the worst scenario is this is the highest level of football in Africa. So in this highest level of football in Africa, and then you can't trap, you can't make good runs, you can't pass kahle, then who to falter up? So to coach abaqalisa phansi ku development abafundisa ukupass and movement. Then nguleko yazi ibonise ilevel yethu ukuthi we can undermine ourselves sometimes as South Africans, but you know iSundowns ibonise ukuthi our level of football is high. It's high nguleko. If a team champions from another country, they can't even make 5 to 10 touches, then it must tell you something in a level of football. Individual brilliance, nowhere to be seen. Tina La, we've got individual brilliance, then we've got those combination play as a group, as a team. I mean, Onyango today, if I can say it, holiday. If I can say it, holiday. Good defense, Sundowns, good midfield, even though they were shaking second half after those changes, because we expect to Ubona Okapinga creating chances, but we saw him coming back as a defend. So, you know, those are the things Uguti Sundowns, they were lucky Uguti Al see a good team. If we were a good team that is very strong, they also could pick up that shaking Elapana in midfield because quite some time they were caught, especially ama-fullbacks so abama-okhuphukile, they were caught lapho. So ukuthi nje, you know, that quality from that team was not there comparing to Sundowns. I mean, look at Shalulile, Erasmus making that run 1v1, you know, close the ball. Was well Alapanumundu. He had time. Look at the keeper. Look at the other defender that is coming in. You know, Akono will be back. So lezo they counter. It means they've went through, I would say, the development stage. So he knows how to trap, how to pass, when to make a run, when not to make a run. So Al Hilal. I don't know, mangaza nkululeko ukuthi bafika kanjani every year kwi Champions League, and sometimes they get to quarter final uzibuza ukuthi how, but I mean kusho ukuthi the level of football we other countries it's still isasela phansi, but you know, good work from Sundowns, well done. Technical team, you know, I touch a positive because football is a game of mistakes. Sometimes you can make changes, thinking good those changes as well as impact better in the game. Can't, you know, allow my changes are let it down because the game and certain areas grounding players abakhona good bus apply again. But you know, Sundowns is a good team. I just imagine other players, quality players, Abochala, they were not there. So now Mozo's Ube Nalu picture, if Uchal was there, if Ukekana was there, you know, big Banjan. So it was going to be worse. So look, Sundowns, they're doing very well. And I mean, Sabona na really get to la Bahlela Pana Pezulu. Normally they pick up late, but this time around they're on top. Champions League, they've won. It means there is something good that the technical team is doing. Even though among mistakes, football is a game of mistakes. So we all have our plan, and the plan you can on that day doesn't work the way you're planning because remember that you are a coach who's not playing. We are a coach and players are playing Lapaya, and that they need to apply what you've asked them. But all in all, I mean, it was easy for Sundowns. I mean, my chances about creating the first half, second half. The only thing surprise I is the score. Go to YG2. You going to mean when the man is down in football, kick him because Magasugo Madapana will never know. So now they need to go and play in the Sudan. We don't know what's going to happen. And some of our decisions be wachacha referee. Kuna la ngamele kutholakala ama yellow card, kuna la kube khona ama foul, and no referee, you know, bekayekela. And you know, mina give me a raise ama suspicions ukuthi yiko ngithi when the man is down in football you kick him, especially when you're playing at home, because when you play away you don't know ukuthi the referee will stand for you or will stand nama host. So it's very important that when you a chance that you need to hammer them. Don't even think twice. Hammer them, because football is football. You know, you never know. They can go there. Televise why game I televise the game idlalo la phayana sibe surprise song Sundowns idliwe 3-2 I mean idliwe 3-0 and then now people will say but now with Sundowns was so good, but you created chances at home. We are supposed to hammer them lapha. So they need to learn that Africa is not easy. And in our tactics amaning in terms of yoguthi benze team ngabe organized, ngaba traveling, ngaba hotel, ngaba treatment, the people around, ngaba treatment going to the stadium, balele ukuthi bafike mhlambe bazo gym stadium, or bagcine bagcoke ngaphandle babalele changing room bathi sikhe. You know, all those things. They work in football. So when you get an advantage of playing home, that's why there's home and away. So that you use your advantage at home. So that when you go away, you know that you're comfortable.
Yeah, all right. There are 3 other teams. It's Sundowns, it's Al Hilal, it's Belouizdad from Algeria, and not Wydad Casablanca, it's TP Mazembe from DRC. So there will be a return leg. It's not like a first leg and a second leg, but there will be a return leg. And of course, whatever result you get from there could define fine how many points you get, but 2 teams are going to be advancing to the quarterfinal stages from this group. It's only game number 1. We're going to game number 6. I think just there is something though. There were a couple of things that I was not happy with Sundowns. We did touch on the wing backs situation, but it was not major. But I don't know. I don't know if I saw Zwane enough today. He's usually one of the best players with Sundowns. I don't know if I saw him enough today. That's one individual that I could point out. And as a result, I think around 45th minute or 50th minute, early in the second half, he was taken off. Other people that were shaky is that combination Gamvala, no Rivaldo Kutsie in the midfield as well. Would you agree that Uzwane maybe could have done better today? And look at that situation, Gamvala, no Rivaldo. If going forward, is that a good idea to play them as a midfield pairing, Pago Sundowns?
If you look at Indaba Kamshishi, let's look at how much chances about creating the first half. How many chances did he create? Uzwane was also involved, or he was not involved. And then you look at I would say 5-10 minutes the second half. Uzwane involved in attacking, was there or not? He was there. He was involved. He was in the game. The only thing is, we all know Uzwane. He's not that type of a player that will see that quick sprint, get to the box and do all these quick things, but with that pace he always does things and he makes things happen. Because for me now, Uzwane is a player that Sundowns always need. He must be there in the team because he always contribute. Remember, either we are Kora or you are create. You want to look at all the chances Sundowns have been in our first half. Uzwane was involved or not? He was involved. He was there. You know, and if you take out a player like Uzwane, you make sure that the player Fagayo agathathe that game I paramis.
Sure.
Yeah, but you know the coaches that they will tell you why Uzwane bamkhepile. Because if you can check Uzwane, how many chances did Sundowns created? So with maybe 2 or 3, and then maybe those crosses. Then it tells you something was missing. Yeah, so then you look at first half. Uzwane was there, Enzizindo creating chances. Now he was also there. He nearly scored. Then come back Uzela Emidlilini. Look, I think a technical team is Sundowns. They need to really think carefully by playing Umvala no Kutse. Both of them are slow. When they need to cover, they take time to cover. And in that midfield, if another team can pick up that, then they'll capitalize on that. Because at some point, I couldn't even see Umvala. When you see Kutse covering, there was an action where Unachiminto, Apetipola, going in the midfield, having some combination. Ukutse covered the position la Unachiminto Sugakon. But now, in the midfield, there's a hole. So in that hole, one of the midfielders, especially from the left-hand side, because it was Umval, but the game is on the right, so he needs to come inside and be a defensive midfielder. But he was not there, and Hilal, they almost got a chance to go to that through pass if they were not offside. Then beso khuluma in language. So mele bahlale phansi bayibheke kahle ukuthi the movement kaMvala no Lontuzana no Kutse bayisebenza kanjani. Or either they bring back, because when you look at Kutse makadlala no Charlie no Mkhulisi or no Charlie no Kekana, Kutse uyafunction. You could see Chopka could say, okay, he's doing this. If Kutse Kavile La Payana and then Uchale comes in, or if a Kavile on the left, Ukekana would come in, or Mkhulisi. Because at some point Mkhulisi did very well. Mkhulisi. Well, Liza Dilake, Peganam Sindo. Exactly like Mkhulisi, because he was there, grinding up, getting the ball, make the team work, make the team play. But now, when you look at Umvala, you'll see him, Uzudali one touch back. One touch wide, and then while the team is playing, you will see making a run. Aile Pambil. As soon as they lose the ball, Sundowns La Payan, that whole Akela Payan, he can't cover it quick. And you could say by the minute when he Asuga Lagwake position going to cover la, he's slow. Makatuyafika lapana is an action again. Now manje sekugcina sekuba namafalo unnecessary. Yabo. So the technical team is Sundowns, they need to look at a role Kamvala real, because I think the last game he played as a centre back, I think he played well as a centre back, because as a centre back you don't need much of a sprint You know, you only guide, cover, you know, good communication with the midfielder to cover Sorati Bangazilanga Pagat. But in the midfield, he needs to work. He needs to get the ball from the defense. He needs to make his right winger play. He needs to make the attacking player play like Pabomshish. He needs to play Lapana Oshalulil. But now we want on the one side, on the other side, Ayeko. And again, when we defend, we want on the one side. Because the other side it's proper, there's balance. Because there was nothing Gulake no kumkulisengal on the left. But now on the right, Mabuya at some point he has to make tackles, he has to shield. Even Mabuya Magatole Ipola, where he needs to give Mabuya an angle Umvala to play him Lapana Agwazuti Adali combination going forward. He was not there. Then Mabuya Milenzeni, Milabambi Pola try to dribble and then go forward. It takes a lot. Then now you ask yourself, where's the support from the midfield? Because we cannot and expect Rivaldo all the time to come from the midfield. Because as soon as I move Rivaldo, then it's creating a space. If anything happens, they get the ball, they play to the space. It's a danger. So now he needs to Umvala must give him that angle or a triangle with the winger Lapana Abo Sereno. Sereno after Puma Umshish was nowhere to be seen. So it tells you the person that comes in the midfield Umshish was making everyone play like Papambu. Shalulile was making runs inside the box. He was able to create chances for him. There was a cross there, Ulontuzana Usereno, where Ulontuzana Shalulile almost there. Yeah. So it tells you when you get a supplier, Umshish is very smart. He makes the play. But now Pumawake Usereno creating those chances. No, Ushalulile end up seeing Shalulile now making runs wide. Lapayana, Saraya defender. He almost made a mistake. Because and then they put pressure on him or turn off a back to keep. And you know, those are the details technical team Sundowns, they need to look at when we make changes. Let's be careful.
All right, there you go. That's Tso Vilakazi's thoughts on the game. iDiskiTimes, the CEO World Sports Betting, the CEO iDiskiTV on Facebook, 73,000 followers there. We thank you very much. We always shoot our halftime videos there. We give you some behind the scenes views as well. We actually gave you the game as well on our Facebook page. Otherwise, we thank you so much for watching the video.